My name is Mathieu Cote. I'm the game director on Dead by Daylight, and I'm also head of partnership for Behavior Digital. So we are very excited to be here at the New York Comic Con to show Stranger Things, our latest chapter, chapter 13 for Dead by Daylight, coming to all of our platforms. We also have an exclusive view at the mobile game, so people have a chance to get their hands on the mobile version of the game for the first time. It's not out yet, it's still in beta, but it'll be released soon. Obtaining a license like Stranger Things, it's a process that can be hard, it can be very easy. In the case of Stranger Things, we were very lucky in the fact that Netflix, the people we talked to at Netflix, knew about the game. They were excited about the opportunity for us to do this partnership. So it was quite an easy process to get into, and it meant also a partnership where both sides were very excited to work with the both licenses, that cooperation, and it was just fun, really. We actually started working on this before season 3 of Stranger Things was released, so we had to work very, very closely with Netflix so that we could actually bring things to players that made sense with where they were taking the series, where all these characters were going. It was great. It was an amazing partnership. The biggest challenge with bringing in licensed characters, like iconic characters that people know and love, is the obvious risk of not doing them justice. Like whatever we do, we are gonna make our own version of it. They need to come into the world of Dead by Daylight. They need to be sort of painted using our brushes. They need to be explained through our game mechanics. And we have to do that in a loving a way as possible. And I mean that we need to be respectful of what they created, and we need to also show that we understand what these characters stand for, so that whatever we create in the game represents them well and allows players to see another facet of those characters. There is no chance we're going to slow down. Seriously, the rhythm we've set so far of having 4 chapters every year is something that we for sure are going to continue doing. Obviously, we want to do some of our own original creations, but we're most likely going to look at other possible licenses out there. There are a few left that could make great additions to the game. But on top of that, we are constantly improving the game. We're constantly balancing, fixing, and now we're going to come out with something called the Archives. We talked about that a little bit during the anniversary, for those of you out there who looked. It is a new way for us to tell stories. It's going to mean new objectives for players, new ways to play the game, new quests, and the way we reward players for playing through the Archives is with story, backstory on the characters, more lore, more explanations of what this universe is, and a ton of new customizations for characters. There are a few licenses left out there that we would really love to get into the game. I don't think any of them are impossible. Some are more difficult than others, but we are determined, and I think we've shown everybody out there how serious we are and how we can actually bring something to their characters and to their universe by bringing them into Dead by Daylight, by mixing them in this crazy universe that we've created. There are some also that I really like, but that don't fit exactly in Dead by Daylight, so I don't know if we'll ever see them, but maybe. I'm thinking of things like Chuckie from Child's Play, for instance. He's more comedy than horror, but he wouldn't be completely out of place in our world. The success of Dead by Daylight could not have been predicted by us or by anybody else. That being said, I think we were able to react correctly. We shipped the game about 3.5 years ago. The team was about 30 people working on the game. Today there's about 150 people working on all facets of Dead by Daylight. We are putting all of our energy on making sure that this game stays alive for as long as people still want to play it.